Looks like a pretty typical blower explosion until you realize you're looking at the bottom of the cylinder sleeves. In the early days of the NHRA and long before RuPaul, drag racing was very much the Wild West of motorsport. And not long after nitromethane entered the chat, the boys started cooking up something even more hilariously dangerous: hydrazine. I'm not a chemicalist, but I know fuel needs oxygen to burn. Nitromethane has its own oxygen. And hydrazine is an oxygen scavenger. It really wants that oxygen, and it can get it through a process called explosion. Side note, these pictures are slightly larger than scale. So add some hydrazine to your nitromethane and you have a fuel that could triple the power of your engine at the expense of your rotating assembly. But it also gave you some pretty green flames and ammonia out the exhaust. Right up until the inevitable detonation where the cylinder pressures are so high it'll just break the block right at the crank journals and blast the whole top of the engine off. Which give us some of the most impressive pictures of unscheduled disassembly I've ever seen. And it goes without saying it's been banned by every governing body since it briefly showed up in 1960. Fun fact, running hydrazine through a carburetor would result in flaky buildups on the jets, and it has some sciencey name that I can't pronounce, but it just so happened to be a shock-sensitive explosive. So I would like to meet the poor sap with a stuck float that figured that